under 300 pounds and people that are dying, welcome to a new video. So everyone in my chat immediately said, what is that? When I brought this video up on screen. So we're gonna have to explain exactly what that is. So today we are doing a deep dive into something that I find very funny. Now, as you know, I love me some insane downfalls, some insane chaotic situations, and I am literally excited to bring you into this one. All right, now, as you know, the fatphobia people on the internet like canceling people that make fun of fat people, but being that I get canceled on a weekly basis, I really don't mind at all. This is the fatphobia expert that has been elected by the government of San Francisco. She has been professionally hired as a fatphobia expert. Bro, Edna really let herself go. She's not a fat person, she's a high-calorie person. Shut the f*** up, chat. All right? Shut up, chat. She has been hired by the city of San Francisco. Is she a Kardashian? Holy fucking shit, chat. Stop! Get the heavy flamers. All right, speaking of heavy, this is a real story, and we're doing a deep dive right now. So, Amala Ekpenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi herself, did a video on this. I'm curious to see what this is all about. As you know, all chaos that happens in the world, we are doing a deep dive into. San Francisco is not a clown. They are the entire circus. Let's jump into this.
My name is Vtube, and I'm the author of You Have the Right to Remain Fat.
No one.
Not for long! Not for long. Guys, it's not healthy! Stop normalizing this shit! Alright? This is just the slowest suicide of all time. Okay? Stop! She's 2 steps ahead, for real.
My name is Vtube, and I'm the author of You Have the Right to Remain Fat.
No one has to be healthy. A cake-related fat.
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Me making fun of fat people is not because I have any disrespect towards fat people. I, in fact, respect fat people. Like I respect everyone. Any insult done towards fat people is not done that way. It is done to spur people to lose weight and be healthier. Bro, she's so big, she's making the fucking stream lag. Holy shit.
Fatphobic incident, or CRFI, is that moment when it's time to eat delicious cake.
Cake-related eat-phobic incident. That moment when it's time to eat delicious cake, and it's interrupted by a moralizing impulse. The cake's not real, chat.
Cake, and it's interrupted by a moralizing impulse.
Well, guys, we all know the city of San Francisco has a ton of problems, from homelessness to drug abuse to crime. But instead of tackling those problems, the city of San Francisco is moving in a different direction. Instead, they want to tackle,
instead of up, they're moving in width, baby.
The fat positivity and body acceptance movement, and they've done so by hiring, and I have to read this, a self-proclaimed anti-weight-based discrimination expert.
I can't believe that this is what San Francisco felt like they needed to do. It's like, guys, there's a lot of crime in San Francisco, so today we've put anyone paying taxes? Anyone paying taxes? Well, you're taking the taxes that we are taking from your bank accounts to pay our anti-weight-based discrimination expert, ladies and gentlemen.
By the name Vtube.
Bro! I don't want Ozempic. This is insane.
Who's telling you you have a right to remain fat.
This is the craziest shit in the world. I mean, yes, you have a right. I have a right to make fun of you. Thank God for the freedom of speech. Oh, say, can you see? You know what I'm saying, baby? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm being serious.
You have the right to remain fat.
Let's talk about it.
More Ozempic for everyone else, I guess.
you better.
Guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe. Yes, today we're going to be talking about the new weight stigma czar in San Francisco.
The weight stigma czar.
By the name of Virgie Tovar.
I'm so ready for this. She's called Virgie because she never lost her. Anyway, let's not make that joke.
Now, according to this article out of the Daily Mail, San Francisco has hired this individual with taxpayer money.
Yeah! Woo! Putting your money to good use! Yeah! Yeah, baby! This'll solve the housing crisis! We just turned humans into fucking houses! Alright, anyway, moving on.
Your tax dollars are funding this. It says the San Francisco Department of Public Health has hired a consultant on weight stigma and weight neutrality, despite the city being in the midst of a battle against rampant homelessness, open-air drug use, and violent crime.
Alright, there's crime, there's drug use, there's homelessness. Ladies and gentlemen, we need a fatphobia expert, ASAP.
It says here that Virgie Tovar is a self-described anti-weight-based discrimination expert, and she describes herself as a prominent advocate for fat positivity and body acceptance.
She's an advocate, guys, but she won't be for long.
She announced her appointment on Instagram, and she called it an absolute dream come true.
Little did she expect, little blue gremlin on the internet over here is gonna be making fun of her, but oopsies.
She goes on to say that she believes weight neutrality will be the future of public health. And
weight neutrality will be the future of public health. Bro! Weight neutrality will not be the future of anything. You don't have a future. Oh my God. Dude, it's not controversial to say that it's unhealthy to be fat.
And it's interesting that she's using the phrase weight neutrality.
You see, the thing is, I believe making fun of fat people, while not polite, is a form of activism. I'm just saying, if people don't want to be fat because they see some guy on the internet making fun of fat people, that there is a positive outcome on the world. Again, there are many types of fat people, all right? There are some fat people that they have some sort of genetic disposition to being fat, and there really isn't much that they could do about it. To those people, I honestly am sorry. I'm sorry that you're going through that. I wish you the best of luck. That's fucking awful. But to the people, which is the majority, that could do something about their situation, guys, fucking lose weight. Holy shit, you don't need to be like her. Like this Virgie Tovar lady. Well, at least she'll be skinnier. At least she's skinnier than tomorrow. Am I right, guys?
Neutrality. We use the phrase neutrality quite often on this channel, specifically in regard to race and gender. Race neutrality and gender neutrality are things that I highly advocate for to a certain extent. When it comes to jobs, scholarships, facets of our lives where race does not apply, I argue that we should go about them in a race-neutral manner.
Honestly, incredibly based. I've seen one of her videos before. She seems so based. Like, she is literally spitting fact right now. Yeah, if it's not a race-based job, like, I don't know, video game designer, then you shouldn't literally focus on excluding white guys or some shit.
The very same can be said for gender in a lot of different aspects, but not all of them. There are certainly instances where I would look at gender and say this is most definitely a factor that needs to be talked about and applied when analyzing a specific situation.
I don't disagree with that either. I think she's so right. I know that it's cringe to say it, but I think that, listen, not speaking from personal experience, just speaking from experiences of people around me, a lot of women feel more comfortable with a female gynecologist. It's totally random fucking segue. But they feel more comfortable with that, and I have nothing but respect for them if they do feel more comfortable like that. I don't know. I just think that makes sense. Sure.
Think of men and women's sports, for example.
Nah. Put them all together, baby. Put them all together, bro. That's what I'm saying. Don't need to argue about trans men and sports and that whole debate that's been rocking the world. No. Put them all together. Let them fucking kill each other. Yeah.
There's no such thing as gender neutrality when it comes to that.
Oh yeah. There should be. I'm sorry. That was rude.
But weight-based neutrality? I don't think...
Yeah, weight-based neutrality is awesome. I think weight-based neutrality is important also. When it comes to sports. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, we don't want to put heavyweight fighters in the same ring with lightweight fighters because they will fucking kill each other. So yeah, weight-based neutrality only applies in sports.
We're there yet.
Bring back trial by combat, true. Is chaotic kind of neutral? Listen, I am chaotic neutral. That is my political alignment, goddammit.
And for good reason. But with that being said, let's hear some statements and arguments from Virgie Tovar to see exactly what she's going to be bringing to this position of weight neutrality at the city of San Francisco.
Where do you see the intersection, really? What is your definition of health?
It's already over. It's already over. She says it's a bad start, bro. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's really complicated, right?
No, it's not. What do you mean it's complicated?
I think I want to talk about that question, but I want to start by saying that, no one has to be healthy.
I never thought that I would see a fatphobia expert advocate for suicide. This is a big twist. It's something I didn't expect to be seeing today. Holy shit. She has unhooked her jaw. She's ready to devour this man.
No, right?
What the fuck is he saying? Who's this guy? T, bro, T. No one needs to breathe, is what I'm saying. It's a pretty heavy burden.
It's like, no, like there is no governing body that's like out there putting, you know what I mean? It's like no one owes it.
This is why echo chambers are dangerous. Echo chambers are dangerous for exactly this. No wonder why chat isn't on YouTube videos, bro. I will never put my chat on screen. You guys are fucking unhinged. Like, holy fucking shit. But dude, she is actually skinny phobic. Like, I have never seen this before in my life. She is actively skinny phobic. Dude, look at this.
No, like there is no governing body that's like out there putting, you know what I mean? It's like no one owes anybody that in either the traditional sense of the word or any other more innovative or, more politicized, maybe even version of that word.
Politicized? What the fuck are you talking about? This is not politicized. I'm shocked. I am floored that someone actually wanted to hire someone like her as the fatphobia expert of the city of San Francisco. Like, honestly, fucking clown show.
So I think it's important to say, like, and I want to...
Bro, what is she wearing?
Back up and bring it...
Oh my god, she couldn't fit it higher up on her body?
And intersectionality and say, like, right, like, look at the disabled community.
What? How can you compare being fat to being disabled? Being disabled is a very sad thing that is usually genetic or accident induced. Like, what are you talking about? Lady, you could go to the fucking gym and lose weight and be healthy. How are you comparing this to, like, I'm shocked.
Right? Like, I think people with disabilities have...
I love how she's wearing broccoli on her ears instead of eating it.
And activists within that space have consistently been saying, like, I'm never going to be your notion of healthy. That doesn't mean I don't get to be a full human. You get to treat...
Who the fuck treats them like not full humans? I have nothing but respect for disabled people. All disabled people. I feel bad for certain people whose disabilities impact their lives, and I have nothing but respect for them. I have no idea what the fuck is going on here. How is she possibly comparing this?
Treat me some kind of way, right? And so I think that I love taking that principle within disability rights to fat activism and to...
This is not the same thing. You could lose weight. Just take the broccolis hanging from your ears and put them in your mouth.
Understandings of fatness. So I want to start there, right? Like, no matter what size you are, you don't owe anybody else your health.
True, but you owe yourself your health. And I think you owe people listening to this the truth. All right, if you're gonna make a fucking video like this talking about how it's like, oh yes, you don't owe anyone your health, it's good to be fat, fat is beautiful, fat is wonderful, fat is great. Well, to most people, fat is not beautiful. And a real fact, and this is a real fact that you're about to hear, all right, being fat's not healthy. People that are fat die of fatness. The fat activists are only in the public zeitgeist for a couple of years. There's a reason for that. Bro, you're gonna tell me I should listen to someone wearing those glasses with those earrings? Sorry, that was rude. But, bro, the 7 deadly chins. Chat, stop it! I can't get canceled. I swore to Hermes on our latest podcast that I would not get canceled again before 2025. Shut the fuck up, chat. Don't you get me started here, bro. That ain't right.
But I mean, for me, right, like in an ideal world where, like in an ideal world, there wouldn't be health-based gatekeeping.
In an ideal world, everyone would be healthy and no one would be fat. No one would be fat in an ideal world.
At all.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. I have never heard this, bro. You know what? Honestly, I'm going too far. I'm being rude here. Listen, Edna, do not listen to the haters. You're bigger than that.
Ideal world, there wouldn't be health-based gatekeeping at all.
The amount of entitlement in this video is just absolutely insane. There are so many points to unpack here, but first of all, let's address the fact that she's compared her fatness, which for many people is largely a choice. Let's make that clear. And you've compared it to somebody who struggles with a disability, something that in many cases they cannot do anything about.
That's what I said. A lot of fatness very much is like there are genetic diseases and genetic people that have a really hard time losing weight. That is definitely a real true thing. But for a lot of people, you cannot compare, you know, actual like Down syndrome people or other disabled people, blind people, all right? You're gonna say that being blind and being fat is the same thing and they should both be treated with equal respect? Someone blind cannot do some push-ups and start seeing again.
It's wild to me, but I guess that's what she refers to as intersectionality. If I was a disabled person listening to that, my eyebrows would be up. I'd have some words for this young woman. Let's address her second major point, that you don't owe it to anybody to be healthy, which I guess so. I guess people have different philosophies on that.
I agree. There are definitely different philosophies on this sort of thing. I don't think she necessarily owes anybody to be healthy, but I do think she owes the people that actually care about her to be healthy. I'll be real. I don't think it's fair to my parents if I killed myself. All right? I'll give you an example. But this argument of you don't owe it to anyone to be healthy is like the same thing as saying you don't owe it to anyone to not commit suicide. That's the same thing. Like, what's the difference? I'll be honest. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the difference between those two perspectives. I think they're both fucking tragic.
Some people think they have a duty, not only to themselves, but to their families, their societies, and their civilization. And if you express that you have a duty to your community, your civilization, your family, yourself, then part of that duty, in my opinion, would be to be healthy. For we know that healthy people bring about the best results, not only for their lives, but the lives around them. The illness—
True. Another very popular point and perspective is the idea that if someone is incredibly unhealthy due to self-induced shit, like someone being morbidly obese, like this creature is, when this person is doing this, she is literally a strain on her entire community. You do realize that I am paying taxes, all right? And the taxes that I pay go to, in part, medical treatment of people that if they were just healthy, I would not need to fucking pay for their shit. Her being unhealthy is actively stealing my shit, my money, all right? I'm just saying. My fucking Jewish instincts are kicking in, all right? I have higher insurance prices because of this bitch. I'm just saying. So yes, you have a moral obligation to stop stealing my shit. All right, that was going too far, maybe. But I don't know. I think there's an intrinsic value to human life. I do think that, look, the Bible says you have to protect your life and make sure you're healthy and shit. Like, they figured that out a long time ago. Good thing we have our modern audiences that disagree.
Illness that you experience in struggling with something like fatness or a food addiction, not to say that that's what Virgie Tovar is experiencing, actually does go on to have ramifications for those around you. And if that philosophy is not yet resonating with you, let me give you a few examples of how living in a larger body, specifically in instances—
living in a larger body, being fucking fucking huge. That's what she meant to say. I'm just translating. Don't worry, guys.
Or people are making choices leading to living in that larger body.
Bro, you promised not to get canceled. What happened? God fucking damn it. I have to stop. I will be good until 2025. I'm not getting canceled, all right?
Affects not only themselves, but the people around them. Health insurance and our medical system. If you are living in a fat body, you are far more likely to require medical assistance. And
you know who's paying for that shit? Yeah, me.
Many places, including here, a lot of us are funding these individuals.
Thank you, God. Obi-Wan Kenobi spitting straight facts.
Using the medical system. So in theory, their choice to be in a fat body, and more importantly than that, continue to commit the actions that lead to being in a bigger body, are impacting you and yours. If you
This lady cares about my money. I love her. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
don't care about that, fine. There's a lot of actions that we're all doing on any given day that are impacting those around us in a negative fashion.
Yeah, but I think we could all agree that that's a pretty not cool thing.
Particularly when it comes to taxpayer funding. Let's think about the family unit or the community. When you're living in a larger body and say you have...
Why does she keep saying living in a larger body? Bro, stop saying living in a larger body. Call her a fat retard. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. Sorry, that was a joke. I just said that for shock value. That was when I said that. I said it as it was a diagnosis. Okay, she called herself disabled. Right. I'm just not getting canceled to January.
Children.
Can't be that rude to retards.
What happens when you're not able to carry through with certain activities for those children? What happens if there's a fire in your house, God forbid, and you have to take care of your children? Run up 2 sets.
What do you mean you have to take care of their children? All right, they have the right to be dead also. Am I right, guys?
Of stairs in order to grab them and save them. And you are living in a body that is incapable of doing that in a healthy manner. Not to mention the impact of being in an unhealthy...
The impact of hitting the floor.
Body and how that affects your mental health. We all know we're in a society that is struggling.
Yeah, but what does she care? She thinks that she doesn't even give a shit of her own physical health. Why do you think she was worried about her mental health?
Through a deep set mental health crisis right now, and it's hard to believe that these things don't bleed over into one another. But I'll leave you with those examples. I could go on and give you more, but you get what I'm saying. And it's one thing to notice those impacts and disregard them and say I'm making this choice anyway and sort of own up to it and take accountability. It's another to completely deny that these things are having impacts on other people, which is
very, very well put. Very good point. I think it's smart to put this out there and say that her being overweight definitely does affect other people. I do think this is all true. When she's out there fat maxing, she is actually negatively affecting other people, whether it's the people paying insurance, the people that are relying on her, the people that actually care about her and don't want to see her dead. She's just horizontally challenged, okay? Let's stop calling her fat, chat. The stairs cry when she approaches. Chat, stop it, please. I'm begging you. Please, stop. Please. Get help. But anyway, she definitely is a negative impact to all these people. And her argument of I don't owe anyone being healthy is the same argument of saying that people that are suicidal don't owe people being alive, which is obviously, like, I think a very, very bad perspective to look at life for a myriad of reasons. I think life is inherently valuable. There's inherently a value to life. And I think discarding it in a way that, like, discarding it in such a fucking sad way is just fucking sad. I don't know. I think she's minimizing the value of being alive. And that's not a good society or a healthy world to live in. It's a heavy burden, I know!
Which is what she's doing by arguing for weight neutrality. And still she may hear all of that and say, I think you don't owe it to anybody to be healthy. And there would be strong arguments for the fact that you don't owe anything to anybody. But I think a lot...
In that perspective, again, like, it's too dangerous. It's such a dangerous, slippery slope. If you don't owe anyone your health, which to some extent I agree, it's nobody else's business to some extent, right? To some extent, it's nobody else's business. However, I think that if you were to tell her that you're just telling people to kill themselves, I don't think she would agree, because it's not in vogue. Somehow it is all inclusive and woke to be nice to fat people, but somehow you're telling people that they shouldn't kill themselves if they want to. Again, I'm using hyperbole here. I think it's fucking awful, and I don't think it's ever worth taking your life for almost any reason. There are people that care about you. There are people that love you, and you are not alone, and you should definitely take care of yourself. And these people that are the fatphobia experts of the world, these are people that are just doing very, very slow suicides.
Large part of the human experience is trying to understand your responsibility and duty despite the fact that you don't owe anybody anything. But let's hear more from Ms. Tovar.
CRFI.
Ah!
If you're
Dude, that jump scare. Holy shit. Oh my god. Can we address the elephant in the room for a second? Oh my god. I didn't take my meds. I'm gonna die. What was that? This is not healthy for my mental health.
Like many women, you've been
Dude, I thought she was gonna eat us, bro. Dude, I thought she was gonna eat us. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm sweating here, bro. Jeebus.
Birthday party or a small office gathering, an event that's meant to bring people together.
Dude, this is bringing people together, bro.
There's swinging tunes, some adult beverages, and good convo. And then it comes time to cut the cake, and someone decides to ruin everything.
Oh my god, that slice is huge. That slice is bigger than the—
Is this really what she's doing? Is this where the fucking... Is this where they're... Is this why they hired her? Is this why they hired her, guys? Her gravitational field is bringing people together. True. Dude, lady, they hired her to make fun of people, making fun of people for taking 2 big pieces of cake?
Beyonce's paycheck. Can you cut me half of that?
A cake-related fatphobic incident or...
What the fuck? She has to stop. She has to stop. Stop! Domain expansion, bro. She is expansion.
Or CRFI is that moment when it's time to eat delicious cake.
Dude, stop! Cake is racist now, guys. True.
And it's interrupted by a moralizing impulse.
I think this is dangerous, okay? Can I just say, I don't want this to be taken out of context or anything, all right? But this is terrorism. She is actively promoting concepts that could destroy America. She is actively promoting this shit. Full meal alchemist. Dog! This is insane! Dude, you don't understand. This is crazy. Next time you want a big piece of cake and you're a fat fuck, remember that in your mind you're probably thinking, I don't really need all these calories, it's making me even fatter and fucker. And you just tell your mind, nah, bro, being fat is goated. Yeah.
Inevitably, there's always someone at the party who has to declare publicly that their slice is too large, and that the person who's cutting the cake almost
Her hand is red from the family of children that she's just eaten.
invariably a woman must do some
It must be a woman. Yeah, that's right. Fatphobia. It's just sexism. It's just sexism in disguise. Have you ever seen a fat man? No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because fat men are loved. Look at Peter Griffin. Look at Peter Griffin. Everyone loves Peter Griffin. He's a fat man. And look at her. She's Big Mom from One Piece, and everyone hates her. I'm just saying. Throwing shade? Nah. Providing shade. That's what I'm saying.
disproportionate amount of labor in order to accommodate their need to feel superior. Let's take a look.
Can you do a little bit, just like, can you like scrape all the frosting off and cut it in half and give me 2 forks? Because I'm sharing.
Yeah, no one said that.
Small.
Why did she have like a little mini fucking orgasm at the end?
Cut it in half and give me 2 forks, because I'm sharing.
Where the fuck do they find these people? Like, bro, could you not have found regular humans?
Small, like a little bit more, like tiny, no, like less.
I love how she got other women to describe how how they eat food, but they want smaller pieces. But obviously it's not working.
Less than what you're smaller, please. Could you just cut my piece into 12 equal symmetrical little pieces and put each one into a tiny little Tupperware?
Yeah, let's take the only skinny woman in the room and make her sound like a complete freak.
Okay, so this is a video that is sort of taking on the facade of being educational, but what they're actually doing is making fun of people who are health conscious.
100%. It's literally just reverse discrimination, for sure. It literally is. It's reverse discrimination, by the way, doesn't exist. It's not a real thing. It's just discrimination. It's like reverse racism. This is the equivalent of being racist against white people. That's fat people being anti-fat phobic versus skinny people. If someone is trying to be healthy and you are going to sit there and lecture them why them trying to be healthy is just being rude or mean to the poor, underprivileged fat people that can afford fucking metric fuck tons of food to shove down their faces, shut the fuck up.
Make it make sense. This is a bunch of bigger women getting together.
Call them fat! Sorry.
And
sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I have nothing but respect for however anyone wants to tackle any specific subject. Obviously, I get canceled, and not everybody wants to get canceled like me. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're doing great.
Making fun of women who may or may not be big. They could be big, they could be skinny, who knows the size of these women, but they're just trying to advocate for themselves in hopes of intaking less calories, less sugar, less needless cake, which we all do. You know, we've all been there as human beings. So instead of saying that's a totally okay choice to make, I'm gonna make a different one, they make fun of the person who's, let's be honest, doing the right thing for their body.
Doing the right thing, period. Sorry, the right thing, objectively. Again, I think that there is actually a value to being healthy. Sorry, I think that human life is inherently important, and I personally would prefer as many people to be as healthy as possible because I personally think that being healthy is good personally because I value human life. I think that putting this message in the world is like it's like fucking domestic terrorism. Like, dude, it is actively, I think, hurting human life by making videos normalizing fat people or being like gaining weight and not being careful for your health.
Well, let's keep watching.
So that I can have a bite for each month of 2018.
Yeah.
Thanks. Smaller.
Let's take a step back and view what's happening through a critical feminist lens.
They always take this to feminism. How do they always take this to fucking feminism? This is not empowering women.
CRFIs typically happen in environments where there are primarily or exclusively women.
It happens with women. Well, she does not have a Jewish mother-in-law. I will tell you that, all right? If she had a Jewish mother-in-law, it would happen to men too. I'm just saying. It's a woman issue because men can't be fat. Fat men, nope, they don't get cancer and heart attacks. That's just true.
Women are
Tell that to my cousin who died at 46 of a heart attack because he was obese. Yeah, tell that to him. I'm sure he, you can't.
Disproportionately negatively affected by diet culture because diet culture maps onto sexism.
Diet culture maps onto sexism? What are you talking about? Yeah, heart attacks only come for fat women, so obviously it's a sexist thing. God is sexist when he created fat heart attacks for women.
Like many parts of diet culture, there is
What is she doing holding that cake?
a significant performance component. You have to show others that you are being good.
What is happening right now?
This is not showing others that you're being good. This is stopping yourself from literally fucking dying. They're all fucking sticking their proverbial cocks in these cakes. Like, bro.
Is this what these individuals are doing when they're alone with a cake?
No, they're eating it. Good try though. This is cake edging, but you know that these people they don't do foreplay. You know they have no foreplay. There's no cake edging, bro. They just eat the cake. In private, they eat it. Like the reason why they're doing this is because they actually have to film them holding the cake. This was the hardest thing they've ever done. They have never ever been able to look at a cake this long and not immediately consume it.
What is happening right now? Is this what these individuals are doing when they're alone with a cake? I don't know. What is happening? What is the direction this is going in right now?
Me when there's a cake.
Anyways.
Controlling how much you...
What the fuck? Yes! Yes! Oh my god. That is exactly what I'm talking. Bro.
eat is part of what it means to be a, quote, good woman.
Stop with the good woman! This is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. This is such an awful goddamn video. It's unbelievable. Well, not hers, not Amala's video, but goddamn.
This kind of behavior
they out there reading 50 Shades of Gravy.
is a way for people to keep other people in check through food moralizing, surveillance, and
keeping people in check through food moralizing and surveillance.
policing. These are the mechanisms that are at the core of diet culture and weight control.
This is so fucking insane. I love how she just says this shit. It's like, I say random shit on the internet, there's immediately a Reddit thread out there trying to debunk me and probably being fake. I have arch nemesis out there in the world. She out here is God's biggest soldier, okay? Hired by the city of San Francisco. Literally being paid by taxpayer dollars. All right? All right? All right? Dog, do you see this? And she is literally just spouting bullshit.
The idea that you can position yourself as superior to others through self-control and self-denial is super sexist. CRFIs have a history of creating a hierarchy among women and ultimately in maintaining misogynist.
Yeah, sure. It's about maintaining misogyny. Yeah, it's about misogyny. Yeah, telling people to lose weight, yeah, it's misogyny.
Expectations.
These facial expressions are insane. How do they agree to do this? Don't they know that they're gonna be humiliated online for all this shit?
Oh, goodness gracious. Give me a break. I can't deal with this. Oh my gosh. If you're in San Francisco, you need to move, baby.
Oh, fuck, she right. She's spitting, get the frick out of there.
I don't know who's gonna be dealing with this on a daily basis with this woman coming into the office, but run. I'm telling you, run for the hills now.
Yeah, she can't chase you. She will never catch you. If you run, she will not catch up to you. That is good.
Now, interestingly enough, they're taking this moment of a woman coming into an office party. They have a cake. She says, can you please cut me, a half a piece of cake? And they're interpreting that as her trying to exclaim her superiority to all the women around her.
This is actually fucking insane. Like, do you know how many people are probably actually watching this shit and believing it and actually being like, yes, I should eat more cake, because me not eating cake is just making me be under control by the men that are surveilling me?
I only take a half a piece of cake, unlike you big backs.
And this is what leftists do. Yeah. They make everything about themselves. They make everything an attack on their character, an attack on their choices, an attack on their lifestyle, an attack on their fatness, and it's gotta be driven by something. I think it's either an internal superiority that they're actually feeling about.
I don't think so. I don't think it's an internal superiority. I think it's a low self-esteem thing, honestly. I think they know it's unhealthy. They know that they're not the paradigm of beauty in this world. I think they know how most people in most societies around the world see them. And I think in order to quell their inferiority complex, they have to make believe that they are in fact fat because of some greater message. They're fat because they are feminists. They're fat because they're not going to be controlled by men for what they eat. They're fat because fat is good. You don't get to tell her to live till over 47 years old. I don't know. I think it's pathetic. Only in America could this shit exist.
About those around them that they are now projecting onto the woman who's asking for a half slice of cake, or it's a deep-seated insecurity.
Yeah, facts. That's it. I completely agree. It's not that first one. No way. No way. I don't think there's a genuine internal superiority complex, because I don't think they feel superior. I really don't think they feel superior. They're rejected by people all over the place.
And knowledge that their fatness is in fact unhealthy.
True. Facts.
And they don't like it when they hear somebody say out loud that maybe they choose not to consume as many calories as them.
100%. Let's be real here. Who's the person with more self-control? Who's the person that is actually living a life that proves that they are a person that can control their what they want to do and control their mouth a little bit more? Is it the person that is controlling themselves to lose weight, live longer, be more respected, or is it the person that is literally not?
They're accusing others of food moralizing and policing people's choices. Meanwhile, they're food moralizing and policing people's choices.
100%. They're actual they're not only hypocrites, but they are God's biggest hypocrites. They are the biggest hypocrites of all time in scale and in like just size.
And what did they call it? A CRFI, a cake-related fatphobic incident?
Fuck, this is crazy.
Well, I have my own CRFI. This is a cult-related fact-phobic incident.
Oh! She killed them. She murdered them. Yeah, no, she destroyed them. It's over. Yeah, annihilated. I would call it fat-ass incident. Guys! Guys, there's a fat-ass incident! That's what I would call it.
But let's watch one more video from our...
There's more. Oh, there's more. Oh, of course.
Girl Virgie. Oh, goodness.
Hi, my name is Virgie Tovar, and I'm the author.
Oh my god, dude, this is insane. Can you at least stand further back so I could see more than just your face?
Of You Have the Right to Remain Fat.
It's such a bad... It's so bad.
As well as a few other books on fat positivity and body acceptance. When I think about what people might be surprised by or what you wouldn't think of when you think of eating disorders, I immediately think of being a kid. I was a kid in a larger body.
You were fat. Can we stop saying kid in a larger body, please?
Teen in a larger body, and also
you were fat.
So I'm an adult in a larger body.
Still fat.
And the message I always got from my doctor was, shrink your body by any means necessary.
Her doctor was spitting! Her doctor's right! Yes! Shrink your body. Lose weight! I highly doubt your doctor said shrink your body. Bro, dude. She mastered domain expansion before fucking Sukuna. Brother!
And it really felt like there was a sense of a don't ask, don't tell. So
what does that mean, a sense of don't ask, don't tell? Yeah, lose weight because you're killing yourself slowly.
Because I truly believed, right, and this is where I think the surprise comes in.
Right.
I really believed that this was about my health. I really believed
it is about your health. Yes, your doctor telling you to lose weight, that is about your health, 100%, yeah. I think so, for sure, yeah, no doubt.
My doctor was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your doctor is right. Your doctor, the guy that's licensed to try to protect your life and shit, yeah, he was right. When he told you you should lose weight because it's not healthy to lose it, yeah, he was in fact completely correct. Yep, dub, yep, sure, yep.
All right, let's find some middle ground here. I'm gonna take her at her word and assume that a doctor did tell her that she should shrink herself by any means necessary. That
I believe that because that is what I think any doctor would tell her, to be real, to be honest.
Is poor medical advice. Now, if a doctor
Is it though? Is it really poor medical advice? Maybe it's poor wording, because I doubt that was the word that he used.
Told her, hey, we need to shrink you a little bit. We need to lose a little bit of weight, but we need to find some healthy means to do so.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? I think the doctor, probably, if I had to guess, all right? Listen, I'm Jewish. Half my family is doctors, right? This is the stereotype. The doctor would have said, all right? The doctor would have said, hey, you are obese. It increases your chance of heart attacks by about 5 times at a younger age. You should do everything in your power to lose weight by anything necessary. I'm just saying, that's probably what they said. Bro, you are morbidly a beast. Damn, nice one, chat. But, I'll be honest, that's fucking insane.
That is totally acceptable advice.
I think that she should lose weight by any means necessary. Yeah, try diet. If diet doesn't work, do surgery.
So yeah, maybe you had a run-in with a little kooky doctor, but
well, I don't even believe that. I do not even believe that she had a run-in with a kooky doctor. That what? That the guy said lose weight by shrink yourself by any means necessary?
Doctor wasn't that far off. In fact, the doctor was more right than you are now.
The doctor's completely correct.
And there's this sort of language all throughout her videos and much of her content that insinuates to me a lack of accountability and responsibility for her own actions and for the actions of other fat people. And you can sort of hear it in the way she describes herself. I was a kid in a larger body, a teen in a larger body, now I'm an adult in a larger body, as if she was somehow packaged that way as a human.
Yeah, lose weight. Lose weight, lady. Bitch. Lose some weight. Get on the treadmill. Holy crap.
Being. These things typically don't just befall us out of nowhere. And it's so interesting that woke ideology is often...
I think it is a very, woke ideology type of meme where people are really, really quick. Really quick to, God, what's it called? People are super quick to immediately blame the fact that they lost in the grand scheme of the world because somehow it is something that was given to them. Somehow people feel so entitled that they think that all blames in the world are something imposed upon them. The reason why they're fat is because God made them fat, not that they believe in God. And therefore there's nothing they can do about it. In fact, they are even better than you are! They are better, bro. I don't know. It's so cursed. It's unbelievable.
Often packaged with these words like accountability, empowerment, agency, choice. And then when it comes to this conversation about weight stigma or weight neutrality, there's no accountability. There's no empowerment. There's
zero accountability in any of this shit. I think that is like the peak, woke ideology these days, is the fact that no one wants to take any accountability for anything. Everything is an entitlement. I am entitled to everything in my life, and everyone else is the bad guy. The end.
Choice. You are just stuck in the body that you're stuck in. Not only are you stuck in it, but we have to be positive about it, accepting of it, and turn a blind eye to the actual medical and health implications of fat itself. It's one thing to say you should be treated with dignity and respect.
I would treat her with dignity and respect. Honestly, I would. I think she's just poisoning the public. I think she is, she's fucking out here dropping her goddamn manifestos on society.
Of any color, shape, size. I think we can...
If she could chase a CEO, I don't know, maybe she...
all agree with that for the most part. It's another thing to say because of my size, I'm going to now turn a blind eye to truth, facts, reality. I'm going to tell...
I think she's actively making the world a worse place. Not only because I think she is making the gravitational forces on the planet somehow pull in opposite directions from each other, but I think she's actively making the planet a worse place by promoting a culture that is unhealthy, I think, to people that are receptive to this kind of thing. You get kids in school that are going to see this shit and see that it was something that was elected by the goddamn fucking city elected her as the Fatphobia expert. I think that those kids are growing up with a very warped perspective on health. And that's awful. What do you call a fat psychic? I don't know. What do you call a fat psychic? A fortune teller.
Other people what to say, what to think, what to feel. I'm going to police their choices, and I'm not going to acknowledge my personal choice that has landed me in the position that I'm in. I'm sorry, Gretchen, but stop trying to make fat happen. The reality is, weight is not neutral. And the fact that San Francisco is spending taxpayer money on hiring this individual for a useless job where she tries to convince people to alter their reality and believe that it is a travesty.
It's a travesty. It's terrorism, baby. Terrorism. I'm just saying.
That is the woke agenda in its very essence. We make up a problem based on this idea of marginalization and oppression.
Yeah.
We inflate that problem.
Yeah.
We blame the system for it. We start educating people in college on critical fat theory. They come out as experts off of journals that some other leftist wrote identifying this problem and blaming the system once again. And then they get hired by the very system itself to work a useless job as a weight stigma expert, and your taxpayer dollars fund it. And then when
it is actual shit on top of the shit cake, the fact that this keeps happening. It really is. And I fully believe this entire thing is literally, it is the entitlement of the modern era of, like, the woke politics. Just the extreme, insane entitlement of everything. That literally is pushing people into doing this shit and to thinking this is normal. And because this entitled system is set up, even the fucking electoral people in the goddamn government of San Francisco are going ahead and doing this shit. This will not help the homeless crisis, all right? Those people, they're not entitled to a fucking house. But this lady, she's entitled to goddamn diabetes, so that's a dub.
You raise your hand as a taxpayer and go, wait a minute, I don't think my money should be funding this useless job. They go, you must be fatphobic.
And again, emotional blackmail on top of that. And it's everything. It's everything in this entire society. It's literally everything. It's like it's disgusting. See, if there was a fat person that said, I am fat, I can't do anything about it, or I am not willing to do anything about it, I am fat, it is not healthy, I would urge anyone to lose weight and not be like me, I would have nothing but respect for them. Because at least they're living in reality. This lady over here, she's not living on a different planet. She is a goddamn different planet.
Which again, is something they made up. And if they think you're fatphobic now, you're gonna be far more fatphobic by the time that Virgie Tovar is done with her job, because
she's gonna die. Probably in her 40s or something.
She's going to make society
She's gonna die.
less healthy and more fat in the name of fat positivity.
And that is how the cycle continues. Someone says something absolutely fucking brain dead. People make fun of them for the brain dead thing. They call you out for being a villain. More people are afraid to call them out for being brain dead. And that's why you should subscribe to the Nuxanor channel. I say things that are true. And if they're not true, well, oops. But I try at least. I'm not scared of the fucking cancel mob. Because, like, what are they gonna do? Chase me? Please.
And then the endless cycle continues. Guys, those are my thoughts on the new weight acceptance czar in San Francisco. Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, if you disagree with anything I said in this video, duke it out in the comments down below, but do so respectfully. We encourage healthy debate on this channel. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified.
Yeah. No, anyway, I do think she makes good stuff. Amala Ekpanobi. This is the second of her videos that I've seen, and she does good videos. I like her stuff, but ultimately it is absolutely insane that this fatphobia expert was hired by the government of San Francisco. Like, I think it is it's poisoning people. Being overweight, it's just another drug. It's a dopamine release from eating food instead of a dopamine release from smoking or whatever the other fucking shit is going on. This stuff's not healthy, and it would be really nice if society decided to label unhealthy things as unhealthy and not call it racist. It's like saying that men will normally beat women in wrestling, and it's like, that's pretty sexist of you. I mean, I saw Neil deGrasse Tyson say that might not be true, bro. That's reality, and reality is not always fair, all right? Now, I want to finish this with a song.
Why does everybody ask me if I'm Latina? Isn't it obvious?
Obvious a Latina, and two others inside. I didn't think a full solar eclipse was due for a while. Wait, what? Dora explored the spectrum too much. Latina, Fatina, the size of Argentina. Imagine she was 2 steps ahead.
Yo!
Holy shit, that catfish had me for a sec. It has an OF I would hit. That's a cat whale, not a catfish. Latina, size of Argentina. You look like Fatina
without the Ema. Anyway, she just got murdered on the timeline. That's pretty rough. But anyway, yeah, that's been this deep dive into fat people. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.